Oh my gosh, it's time for Ninja Steel. I don't even feel like doing it right now. And the worst part is, if I was doing it on Sunday, well, guess what? SpongeBob ruins it again. Because SpongeBob is having his freaking damn movie on right now. So, thank goodness I watched it on Saturday, because if I didn't, anyways, let's get started. Ninja Steel. So, episode 8, aka episode 29. Caught red-handed. Oh man, I remember that show. No one most likely don't. That show was actually on UPN. Red-handed, red-handed. But anyways, let's go. So first things first, we're at school, and the principal is there, and it looks like they're gonna have a camping trip. It's a school outing, and well, the principal actually likes doing the camping. Yeah, she actually likes it. It's one of her favorite activities or something like that. So it looks like if she was making a dating profile, that's one thing she's most likely going to put on dating profile. So, anyways, so what they need is a compass to find a place, I guess. Even though I think they're actually using the bus to get there, so I don't really know. Maybe I misheard or something. And well, she has a compass. It was from her grandma, and Brody said, "Oh, I have one from my grandfather." Yeah, so it's like, oh, that's cool. Maybe it's the exact same one, not sure, but they didn't play with that part. So we got Victor and Monty, and Victor Monty just comes right in and say, "Oh, we're looking for a rhino that is from our place. It's very rare." And it's like, oh, that's. And they have something called a snarl blaster, which Monty created to capture it. And apparently, besides looking for the 50th trophy, their other thing is they want to make Victor popular. And that never actually showed up ever since the first season. It's like, yeah, the first half of the season. Because first half of the season, they were trying to make Victor popular, more popular than the Power Rangers, and well, that failed. And we never actually got that again until just now. So, anyways, they wanted to show a demonstration of the Snarl Blaster. It failed. It netted the principal, then it netted a few students. And, well, for those who didn't listen, the musical cues is Broken Skull Revamp. So, again, I just have to point out the music. So, Victor Monty gets detention, and so no camping trip for them. And now the compass is missing. And, well, it turns out that Brody actually has her compass in his bag by some reason, which I was already jumping the gun, figure it out. Maybe it's from that hijinks that Victor Monty created, because chances are, I think the net might have knocked it into his compass. I mean, into his bag. And so Victor is trying to make it seem like he actually did it, that Brody actually did steal his compass, and the principal jumps into the conclusion. So Brody also has detention as well, so no camping trip for him as well. Man, Victor, you jerkbag. Well, he's always a jerkbag, but frick damn. And apparently there's a security camera outside, so that's good that he knows. It's like if Brody didn't know, man, that would have been kind of cool. Yeah, he morphed into freaking school and they have footage of it. Oh, that would have been kind of cool. It's like, oh, frick. But anyways, the principal actually gave a bad delivery. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's one messed up part. Like, I was with the principal, but as soon as she did this this line in a certain way, I'm like, ugh, that pulls down your freaking hotness level a little bit down. It's a little bit down because you did that delivery. So, anyways, Brody wanted to stay with him. Oh, sorry. The Rangers wanted to stay with Brody, but Brody's like, I insist you guys go. You go. It's okay. You guys go. Well, anyways, meanwhile, the monsters. So we have Rygor, and the medallions actually has to be charged. And it's like, oh, this is the first time ever we get a mention of they need to be charged. First time ever. So he rolls the dice so he can pick a move that he can do, kind of like again like Dungeons and Dragons. So we get to return back to Victor and Monty and Brody. So Victor and Monty actually tries to escape. They use the air vent. And well, they do that while Brody actually stays there because he's like, shouldn't we stay here? And Bill's like, frick you, man. We're gonna get this rhino. See you. And they get out of here. Now we get an intro. Oh, now we enter the preview that I actually looked at, that we all looked at. But still, it's like I said in the preview, if the dad came, well, that would have been even more interesting because then the dad would say, no, Brody would never actually do that. And it'll be a nice little fight between Brody and the principal, which that would be pretty cool. That would have been pretty cool. It would establish that he does care for his son instead of, well, we do know he cares for his son, but that would just add a little bit more to it. So Brody actually listens in to, oh yeah. So basically Mick was like, oh, Rangers, there's a freaking fly cam within your perimeter of the camping grounds. So the Rangers had to go. Brody was listening in. So Brody has to escape as well through the vent. And we get more preview and then steam attack. And well, here's the interesting part. You know, the preview, and this is well done actually. So the preview actually has been split. It's like they cut and pasted on the preview just so you don't know that Brody's missing. Or yeah, they kind of did that. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. So, anyways, yeah, after commercial, they dodge his steam attack and they morph and they fight and the musical cues. Man, it's like, yeah, good job, Judelin. So Victor and Monty actually are there, and like in the preview, the Summer Cove Rhino. Yeah, I forgot about the Summer Cove part. So they go. Wow. So Victor goes and tries to capture him while Monty actually films it. The Rangers are taken down. Victor interrupts and tries to capture the monster. The monster actually caught the net, threw the net back at those two, and threw those two, and they actually landed on the freaking camping site. They landed right onto one of the tents. It's like, that's uncanny, but of course, it's a freaking TV show, and they wanted to make sure that they get in trouble. And plus, it's also used to actually show that Brody's innocent. So next up is another attack that he rolled. He actually has jacks, so he throws, jacks, things where you have a ball and you have to push, bounce the ball and get as many jacks or the things before the ball hits the ground again. I don't think kids actually know what that is these days. Damn. So Sarah, my gosh, Sarah made a good observation that totally sucks. It's like, Sarah, what the hell, man? It's like, what the hell, Sarah? So Brody arrives. He grabs the jacks that were in the bag that he still had yet to, the monsters had yet to throw, Rygor, and he threw them back at him. The Rangers talk, and well, the monster actually left. He's like, I'll be back, and he leaves. Rangers talk. Brody wants to be truthful, so he's gonna go return because, well, he's there. And it's like, yeah, but she thinks that I stole her freaking compass, and I don't want to lie because I want to be truthful. I have integrity. And it's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So Victor and Monty actually talks to the principal while they're actually landed near the principal. And, well, they have footage, and the footage that they showed revealed something. So the principal had to go back to the school, and well, it turns out that the footage actually revealed that the hijinks, which, my gosh, do you guys really had to do that? I mean, I don't think personally you guys had to do that. Oh, let's show you the footage. It's like, the footage is so crappy that I'm like, what the frick? Because they showed that the net itself did some kind of whiplash thing, whoopsh, and threw that freaking compass into his bag, which I'm like, I would have preferred you guys would have just been like, the footage actually shows that you didn't do it, and it's like, I rather that than they had to go in there and use CGI to actually show how it whiplashes it. Yeah, it was horrible. So, anyways, the principal apologizes, and as a reward, Brody gets to keep the compass that she has, even though it's like, but it's from your grandma. That should have had like some kind of, worth to you. But anyways, whatever. He gets to go to camp. He gets to go camping. Monty sucks at filming, and it turns out that he filmed the. I guess he filmed. I don't remember exactly. Did he actually film that whole entire thing? But anyways, he was able to film that, but he wasn't able to film Rygor in an attempt to capture him. So they didn't have that, and well, they get a week of detention. So Brody arrives, and the Rangers actually they start stating the obvious. I mean, frick, man, that's one curse that they have. That's one curse that the writers have. Anyways, the monster returns, and I will admit I kind of missed a little bit what happened here, but I think it doesn't matter. So the monster gets the Rangers in his round two. Apparently, he has a freeze hammer, and now they have a brand new Ninja Clone Star. The Ninja Clone Star looks completely different. All because if they would have showed a real Ninja Clone Star, ooh, Aquatar, ooh, where did you guys get that? Ooh. So they had to make a new version of the Ninja Clone Star so you guys can see in camera. Now, it cloned everyone. It cloned all the Rangers. So it's 12 against 1. And definitely is this new footage. So Lionfire Red, he shows up. The music, the musical cues. Does the finisher. Then we get to the Megazord fight, the Ultra Zord, and then Calvin gets command of it. We're just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure no one actually gets to have a call of saying like, I'll do it because it's my show. It's like, nah. It's like, yeah, Brody should be in command, but well, he has a duty to do. And just wow, and that musical cue that happened right here. That was pretty cool. And well, he rolled the dice again, firecrackers, and they get the Ultra Star Bazooka. And well, that's the end. The monster gets destroyed. So the third one, so Lady Odious got the third medallion, and well, she called in the fourth person, and the fourth person showed up and Poisondra, not Poisondra, it's Venoma. So Venoma shows up and she's like, "Just give me your damn medallion." It's like, "Oh, well, it's about time." It's like, yeah, so problem solved in the whole, but they have a fourth person to go against. It's like, oh well, frick that. No, we're just gonna just take the medallion from them. So now she has all four medallions, and she's gonna use the fox bots that they have. She finally uses her magic, turn four of the fox bots right into a freaking Zord. So now she has her own Zord, and then Lady Odious actually gets the Zord to grow, and now it's a Megazord. So apparently she is very, very powerful. This Zord is Megazord is very powerful. That the Ultra Zord was torn apart, and when they actually striked with just the Megazord, you guys remember what happens, right? They supposed to actually have the Buzzsaw Saber. Yeah, I think they supposed to have the Buzzsaw Saber. And you're telling me that the Buzzsaw Saber, they didn't use it. Instead, they used their own swords. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. It's like, yeah, got to keep the continuity going, but okay, forget. Then they tried one by one. The regular Megazord tried, they failed. They fell to the ground. Levi tried, he fell to the ground. Then we just had Brody. Brody's the only one left. And, well, yeah. So the Megazord, you know that he has like a freaking star that he froze, right? The star was thrown back at him and it got damaged. And it damaged his Megazord. And Lady Odious was about to finish him off, and well, she was out of power. Well, actually, she did finish him off. It's just that she wasn't able to destroy the world now. Because, well, like you just demonstrated, they do actually need to charge the freaking medallions. So that's the sucky part. Now, here's the suckier part that I have to point out before we get to the end is, oh no, our Zord stars don't work. Don't you guys have 4 auxiliary Zords? Why the hell haven't you summoned those to go against her? I'm sorry to be a jerk, but damn it, writers, you dumbasses. They have more Zords. They have auxiliary Zords. They could have went against them with Brody, and that would have been a cool fight where it's like, that would have been pretty cool. But you didn't do it. Mm-hmm. So the Rangers actually had to hide because Lady Odious had to jump out of her Megazord, and then, of course, well, Venema, she told him because, well, she needs to tell Lady Odious because, well, that's the good news. It's like, yeah, this point where they're like, oh, but you need to charge them and you'll be ready in one full day. And it's like, well, that makes sense because, well, Rygor mentions that medallions need to be charged, but of course, Lady Odious wasn't around when he said that, so that makes sense that at this point we get a repeat of what happens, and we need to understand how much power they need to be charged. And then, guess what? At least we got a conclusion of the Galaxy Ninjas, but then it's like, to be continued. So for this whole entire series, for this whole entire series, when they actually had to go on hiatus, the first one that they did was they showed us the Go Ranger finally, but they didn't show the Megazord, his Megazord in action until when we returned. That was a jerk move. Now this one is like they had to give us a to be continued. My gosh, that sucks. But anyways, yeah, so freaking geez, they finished the Galaxy Ninjas. They finished them. They ditched the fourth one and just said, "Oh, frig it, the fourth one doesn't get to do anything." And well, Lady Odious has her Megazord. I'm pretty sure I remember that, but I think they also stole from Ninja too because Lady Odious doesn't actually get to have a Megazord of her own. It was another one that was a Sage. He actually had a Megazord. So technically, they kind of stole from that character. Sorry, asked about that. But anyways, yeah. So we're on hiatus, and like I said in the intro, SpongeBob being a bastard, he took the freaking slot of when it should be watching. I should be watching it on Sunday, even though not really. So that's the messed up crap. It's like, wow, wow. Yeah, so I think I already mentioned everything that need to be talked about. The fact of, well, you should have had the auxiliary Zords to fight too, and lesson of the day. Mick wasn't even. Oh, Mick was there, but Mick didn't give the lesson of the day. Instead, the lesson of the day was actually kind of given in a different way, which was a smart idea. Of course, it would have been cool if you brought Brody's dad. It would have been cool if that would have been weird if he said, "Oh, I think my grandfather had one just like it, and he did bring it." It would have been cool. He's like, "And it's right here." It's like, "Oh, look, wow." That would have been cool, but for purposes of this, no, they can't do it. I think I'm just gonna end it here. Stupid allergies, man. But anyways, yeah, that's what we're gonna do for now. My gosh, we're on hiatus. Oh, Ninja Steel.